So, you want to overcome addictions or temptations or whatever. This modern world today is riddled with traps. It's riddled with addictions. It's riddled with garbage. I mean, a lot of us can't even focus on like just simple tasks. You can't. When you read something, like for example, when you read something, you just forget it instantly. A lot of us don't have a lot of us have the attention span of like a goldfish, and our minds are so mentally messed up, and we are addicted to these devices, and we can't even overcome like simple temptations. Instead, we spend all day, scrolling Instagram, playing video games, jacking off, eating junk food. We can't even overcome basic temptations while our ancestors like killing monsters, killing beasts, killing animals. They're, fighting wars while we're just stuck in our room, barely like struggling to not fap, struggling to just quit playing video games, struggling to do basic stuff that we should already have and know. And this modern world is so sad. And honestly, I wish I could help you guys out more. But all it's about is taking action. Once again, it's all about taking action. Andrew Tate says, quit playing video games. What do? Go play video games. Andrew Tate says, quit scrolling Instagram. What do? Scroll on Instagram. It's all about taking action. It's all about simply taking action and learning to overcome temptation. And I'm really passionate about this because I used to be like this. I used to be very lazy, like back in the day, like picture me. And I used to be fat. I used to be very lazy, and I was really degenerate. I used to spend all day scrolling Instagram, playing video games. Actually, I didn't scroll Instagram. I use a lot of YouTube. Used to watch a lot of YouTube shorts, play a lot of video games. Jerk off, and I was lonely, rather so lonely. Like most of my life, I had this deep void of loneliness, and I was even a simp back in the day. I used to simp after girls, and they weren't even that good looking. And then I would just try to, talk to them, and even one of them actually ended up liking me, and we talked for a while, and I realized, what am I doing with my life? I found Hamza and self-improvement. Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, the trajectory of my life is just like, and I'm young. I was like 15, and like my life was going downhill already, starting to go downhill because I was lazy. I was fat. How can I work a job if I'm lazy, fat, and obese? I'm not going to work as productive. I'm not going to be a hard worker. I'm not going to be a valued worker who's getting promoted. I'm not going to be a valued worker who could work from home, join a sales team, work from home, and become successful. Obviously, I'm not a part of a sales team, but that's just an example. How could I become that if I'm fat, obese, lazy, undisciplined, unmotivated to anything? Couldn't even get out. I could get off my butt, but like I couldn't get off my butt like playing video games all day. Like my grades went down, bro. It was just. You mean I was even like when I play video games, like when I turn off the screen, I just felt like a deep void and hit of loneliness just overflow me, and then just overflowing in me, and then I was just depressed, and even to the point where I became suicidal at a time, and that was really mentally hard on me because I like somewhere deep inside of me, down inside of me, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? It's a little spark. What am I doing in life? What am I doing? Like, I look at myself in the mirror and I look ashamed, and then I just go jerk off. You know what I mean? And until eventually clicked, I just decided I can't keep living this life. Not like, I mean, I was thinking about that too, but like, I was thinking I can't keep living my life like this. I can't. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of being lonely. I'm tired of being anxious. I'm tired of being so socially anxious too, where I could barely talk to anyone, where like I would just in my head 24/7, I wouldn't talk to anyone, and just all day I would just wouldn't talk to anyone, and just bottling up all emotions where I'll just like cry, and then I have to journal it out. But then I even quit journaling. It's really horrible and really toxic at the time. And even still to this day, I still get tempted. Like, literally, I am not joking you. Right before I was recording this video, I was tempted. And it's very hard, too, because the age I'm at, like, I'm 16, and everyone around me is playing video games, eating junk food, doing whatever they want. And it's hard, because no one around me is disciplined. No one around me is really that hardworking. Maybe one or two people, but they still scroll on Instagram, they eat junk food. You know what I mean? And then I'm like the only one who's like actually taking this stuff seriously. Like I'm like the only person who's like actually like meditating. I'm the only person who's, you know, not playing video games. Even my friend on Discord, no shame to him, but like, sorry, I'm putting it out here, but one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name or YouTube channel, but he even said, like, I told him, like, I'm struggling, bro. I'm struggling because I'm still getting so tempted to play video games again. I don't want to go back. I don't want to become fat again. I don't want to date these, have such a low standard of myself. I want to become a hard worker. I want to become hard worker. I want to just outwork everyone else. I want to level up in real life. But then, like, it's hard. And, like, especially, like, my business idea with Fiverr, that was actually dumb. I thought when I had the idea of becoming a Fiverr, you know, online coach, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so excited, so happy. And then I looked it up, I did research, and I'm like, bro, if you look at Fiverr online fitness coaching, bro, this is only like Indian dudes. Today I'll teach you how to gain weight. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for you, but like, you mean, and they're charging $10. I'm probably barely making any money if I were to do that. It's not a good business for me to start and do. But it, and then I felt really discouraged. I felt really discouraged from business. I felt that my goals were a lot further away from me. And then I also learned and was like watching videos on people who in business telling the negative sides of business, like how it's actually a lot of work, how it's, you know, it's stressful, it's, you know, you are responsible for not just your job. You're responsible for your employees. You're responsible for their stresses. You're responsible for their lives. And then he like kept going on and on. And he said like how having a 9 to 5 is better. How having a 9 to 5 can be better. And how having a 9 to 5 is easier. And then I'm just like, I kept digging deeper. And then it really ticked when I was watching a video about First Man. And he said about basically, he was talking about self-improvement, how the self-improvement industries really have gone to shambles. You mean where Andrew Tate is like promoting, you know, you shouldn't jerk off, but then he had the, you know, posting webcam, you know, it's like, oh yeah, but then like he, you know, that has a webcam business, and you know, and Andrew Tate being really hypercritical about how, you know, it's okay for men to cheat, but it's not okay for women to cheat. That's very hypercritical. And that's just really bad because, for example, see it like this. If Andrew Tate cheats with a girl in this relationship, and he hates girls who cheat, right? You basically just created who you hate. And it's such a hypercritical industry, and people don't actually give you good advice. And I want to be one of the few people who actually give you really good advice, like Hamza and First Man, who actually give you good advice, who actually change your life, rather than just people like Andrew Tate Shorts, like, quit video games, video is over, you mean? Quit video games, and it shows him in like Lamborghini and like a nice watch. Does that really help you? Does that really genuinely help you and change your life? No, it doesn't. Even still, like one of my best friends who used to play video games with all the time. I've known him since, 5th grade, and he tells me, like, you should play some Apex sometime, you should play some video games sometime. And it's just like, because I know if I start, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I already built up so much momentum. It's like you stop in the middle of a race. You build up so much momentum. You started running, right? You started picking up your pace, and you just stop. Why? You mean it's hard sometimes just for me to stay motivated, just for me to stay driven, and it's really hard for me mentally. And especially even like my friend on Discord who's like, self-improvement, he's like, yeah, it's okay to play video games, bro. You just play video games for an hour, you mean? And I'm just like, bro, you don't know, like, I went for you for advice to, like, actually help me, like, just, like, bro, remember where you used to be. Like, that's one thing that really helps me is remembering who I used to be. Remember, I used to be, like, fat and lazy, and even when I was, like, fat and lazy, I use that motivation. I use myself as motivation, like, I don't want to live this life. I don't want to be fat, lazy, depressed, anxious, lonely anymore. So I just gotta do something about it. I mean, I gotta just do the hard work, especially when I feel like it. And you gotta understand the difference between willpower, discipline, and motivation. So willpower is, this is Hamza, this is bio Hamza's, I'm sorry. But this is like the best explanation to explain discipline, and I've never heard it this way except for Hamza. So really shout out to Hamza, subscribe to him, bro. Okay, I'm not copying him, okay? But willpower, basically willpower is like resisting something. For example, willpower is like, this is what the overcoming temptation is about, is willpower. Willpower is like, for example, you really tempted to jerk off or eat junk food, but your mind's like, your willpower is like overcoming that temptation, like pushing past that temptation, because your mental willpower is so much stronger, and you're just pushing through that. And discipline is just doing the hard work, especially when you feel like it. Basically, you don't feel like waking up, you still get up early because it's good for you. You make your bed because you know you have to make your bed. It's good for you. It's disciplining your mind and callousing your mind. And motivation is just being motivated. You want to work out. You want to, you've been going to the gym lately and you felt like, I want to get a pump in. You want to work out. You want to do the hard work, especially if you feel like it. And a psychology trick I use for, like, if you're overcoming, it depends what you're watching this video for. If you're trying to watch this video for, like, nofap, first off, nofap's garbage, and don't listen to the community at all. Don't, So, if nofap, you're doing nofap, and you're trying to, not fap as much, just don't track your, that's one of the biggest things. One of the biggest things about nofap, or just quitting anything, is just don't think about it. That's the biggest thing. Overcoming, temptation and everything, don't think about it. That's literally the best thing. You can stop the video right here and just forget about video games. Forget about, fill your mind up with the gym. Watch gym videos. Don't watch too much of it. Just don't, spend all day, watching gym videos and not go to the gym. But, watch gym videos, work out a bunch, to the point where you just really forget about video games. Oh yeah, I forgot about that video game. But then you're just passing that and don't remember it at all. Same thing with nofap, you know what I mean? Same thing with porn, you know what I mean? Just quit thinking porn. Quit, have your mind clean. Clean out your mind and just don't think about it. And boom, that easy. But it's obviously harder than that, but a psychology trick you can start with is, for example, let's say it's nofap. And I got this idea from masculine theory, is when you don't feel like playing video games or doing whatever habit it is. Let's just say nofap, because this is a video on nofap, but I think you could use this idea for anything. I believe you could use this habit for anything. Basically, you take your, let's say, device you use, right? go to the place that you do it, right? You bust a nut. Where you bust a nut, or where you lose your seed. And you just simply like stare at your hand and just say no. And just like say, basically, stop it. No, I will not do that. Stop it. I'm better than this. You know, I'm a son of God. I am, you know, I'm Christian. This isn't who I am. And stuff like that. Say that like about like 10 times. Like do that every morning or something like that. And just don't think about it the rest of the day. Simple as that. And when you feel tempted, say no or stop it and say those phrases again and again and again. And just take your mind and remember who you are. Remember who you want to be. You don't want to be known to be that fat guy. You want to be known to be that jacked, ripped, you know, absolutely aesthetic guy. And replace your bad habits with new habits. Basically, that's just like simply as just taking, instead of playing video games, go to the gym and work out. Level up in real life instead of leveling up in a video game. Instead of scrolling on Instagram and scrolling on social media, talk to people, you know? Go up and talk to someone, you know, new. Someone new you don't know. Meet some new friends. And just develop yourself and develop your social skills instead of, you know, scrolling all day on Instagram. You know? Go out for a hike instead of, you know, jacking off. Run instead of, you know, jerking off. Use that energy for good. And continue to build up habits like this. And, like, you know, like, for example, you know, I have, like, even a whole entire habit tracker on different habits I want to build and habits I'm working on. You know, every single day work out, every single day clean my room, every single day do this and that. Every single day work on YouTube, every single day do this and that. And I know if I do that every single day, I will become successful in what I do. If I work out every day, I'm mostly going to build an aesthetic physique. If I work out every day, I'll do this and that. And building a habit tracker is really important. All it is like, I could even do this right now with you. Bro, I'm going to use this on a sticky note, okay? Actually, let me see. I have a piece of paper here. I have a blank piece of paper here, okay? I will make a habit tracker with you. This is really important, okay? This is a call to action, bro. All this stuff is a call to action, so you better take action. Like, I don't want my, you know, my fans and followers to be, like, you know, fat people, lazy. Also like and subscribe. Also like and subscribe down in the description, bro. But, like, and share to, like, you know, people who you think is who would help them. But just, like, write the day, right? Right, like, let me just think random month, okay? This is just example. Let's write June. Oh no. Just write the month June, right? As you see, got June. And then write the habits right along here that you want. For example, let's say work out. Weigh, right? Because you want to make sure you're getting weigh every single day. Weigh every day, bro. That should be a catch. That should be a good catchphrase. Weigh every day, bro. YouTube. Let's just say, don't put nofap on there though, because when you track nofap, that's when it becomes like a really hard thing to quit. And I've struggled with that for a while. Like I, you know, tracked nofap, and it is not good for you. I haven't fapped in a while. Like honestly, I don't remember the last time I fapped, but yeah, but I'm getting like, you know, the longest streaks or whatever. I don't care. I don't count the days, but I don't know how long the streaks were, but I'm getting like, you know, lasting as long as possible just by not thinking about it and just not tracking it. Weigh, workout, let's say, get 8 hours sleep. But obviously you can have multiple of these. Like I have like 2 different trackers for like, so I can track more habits. So I recommend making a paper habit tracker. You could do a virtual one on Habitica, but I recommend just making a paper one. It's a lot easier, and it's not easier, but it's better for you. And then just number the days. Like I just like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. this example, I just do 10, but you were obviously right up to 30, and these represent the day, so it's like June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th, whatever, right? And then you just make lines, simple as this, and simple as this, bro. This is your whole habit tracker right here, right? When you work out, did you work out, you know, June 1st? Yes, I did. Did I take away? No. Did I do work on YouTube? Yes. Did I get 8 hours sleep? No. And then basically every single day, you just check every single thing. Do not lie to yourself. Do not bullcrap yourself, because this is actually you trying to help out you. So do not bullcrap yourself into this, okay? If you actually did it, like, now here's the thing. Check it off. If you're first starting out, check it off. If you, like, even if you just went out for, like, you took a couple of steps for a run. Not saying, like, you walked. Like, if you went to the gym today and you, like, lift weights, even if it wasn't a good workout, still check it off, because you still did that. And you're just building that mental thing. Like, you know what I mean? I went to the gym today. I worked out, even though it wasn't a good workout. Hey, I worked out. Just simple as that. I worked out. And you checked it off. You know what I mean? And then it's building up, saying, it almost in your mind that working out is a good thing. And simply checking off all these habits and building up all these habits where you know, making your bed every day, getting up really early, and, like, you know, doing the hard tasks that you don't want to. That's what's really going to develop you and just set yourself apart from others. Thank you for watching. Peace.